Welcome back. One Community Financial Group. My name is Patrick Nganga, and we are glad you joined us. Today, we are going to talk about a holistic plan for your financial deal. What do you have in place? I want to know. What do you guys have for? What do you have in plan for? Do you have a financial plan, or does money come in and you spend it, and you wait for more money to come in, you spend it, and the cycle goes on and on. So there's a plan that you can follow to make sure that you end up having a strong financial foundation. Now here it goes. Number one, you want to make sure that you have a budget. You want to plan, and when the money comes in, put it down. All your income coming in from one job or two jobs, whatever it is, add it all together, all your income, and then add up all your expenses. Your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, your car payment, phone payment, everything. If you have credit card bills that you pay, put together all your expenses and then tally up all of them, and then do a calculation and see how much you have left over at the end of the month. Hopefully you have about 20% or more that you can save towards your retirement. And if you're in that position that you do the math and figure out that you can keep as much as 10, 15, 20%, then you can use that money to be paying yourself. Once you've done your budget, number two, what you need to do is to pay yourself first. You want to get to a point where before you spend your money on anything else, you're putting it away for your own future. Once you've done that, once you know that you've covered all your bases and you have a little bit left over, then you want to protect all your assets. And the biggest asset that you have is yourself. Because you're the one who brings in all the money, you want to make sure you're well protected with health insurance, have some life insurance, have some disability insurance, and if you're over the age of 50, you definitely want to have some long-term care insurance. Bottom line is protect the money maker, and you are the biggest money maker. And then on top of that, protect your house. Make sure you have your houses protected with house insurance. Make sure you have some renter's insurance if you're renting. Make sure you have your car insurance in place. Once you get all that covered, then you're ready to jump into step number three. Step number three is to have an emergency fund. Make sure you have at least $1,000 emergency fund that you can access in case of an emergency. I don't need to drive much into what an emergency is. Everybody knows what an emergency is. That's when your car breaks down. That's when your garage door breaks down. Your AC goes out, and then you have to. It's summertime and it's really hot. And you gotta put some AC. So after you've done the emergency fund, then you're able to jump into what the number four thing that you need to do, which is paying off all your debts. So we want to employ the debt snowball effect. This is where you start with the smallest debt, pay that off, go to the next smaller debt, slightly bigger than the first one, pay that off. And as you go, you build momentum, and then soon enough, you've paid up all the small ones, and now you can attack the big ones. Once you pay off all your debts, now you have more money set aside, because all the money that was going towards debt payment, now you put that into number five, which number five is you now fully funding your emergency fund. You want to fully fund the emergency fund, between 3 to 6 months of your expenses. So let's say your monthly expenses are $3,000 a month. Then you just do quick math. 3 times 3 is $9,000 is what you need for the 3 months. If your employment is more stable, maybe you're more a position where there's a lot of job security, then 3 months would be fine. If your position is where you can lose your job anytime, it's an industry that is a bit shaky, then you want to make sure you have at least 6 months of your expenses. So if you're $3,000 a month, you do quick math. 3 times 6, $18,000 is what you need to have set aside. Once you've done that, then you're able to jump into number 6. And number 6 is where you employ safe instruments investing or saving towards your retirement, towards your future. So this is where you can do mutual funds, 401k, IRAs, And even my personal favorite is what we call infinite banking concept, where you can use whole life insurance for you to put some money aside that you can put in after with your after tax dollars, but it grows tax free, and you can access it also tax free, and it's very liquid, so you can even put your emergency funds in it because it's fully accessible. You can get to it within 24 to 48 hours. Once you do that, then you're able to jump into I think we're number 6 now. Number 6, you can fund now the college fund. Open up an account, maybe a 529 with your state, a Coverdell fund, or a mutual fund that you can just say, hey, I'm going to designate that as the college fund. Then you can fully fund for the college fund for whichever how many kids you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whichever how many kids you have. Then you can fully fund the college fund account. As soon as you do that, and you're comfortable that you're putting enough away for your retirement, putting enough away for your college funding, then you can pay off your house. It's going to feel great to say, hey, I'm debt free. You can say, I'm debt free. The house is fully paid off. That's a fantastic feeling, and that's what you want to get to. Once you do that, then at that point, you can jump into number 8. Number 8 is where you use the money to play around with it. You can put into speculation, maybe buy gold, maybe buy Bitcoin. You can buy land, whatever it could be, international, local. You can buy stocks, become a day trader. You can play around with money because you've covered all your bases. You're just now trying to see if you can jump. You can make some quick money. Remember, the risk is very high here. That's why we don't recommend you to use funds like for your retirement money or for your college funding money or your emergency fund money. You only want to use the money that is left over after you've done all the most important things. And folks, once you do that, if you can do all those steps, then you're going to have a great, strong financial plan, and you can be able to overcome any kind of crisis or any job losses or any illnesses, anything that could happen and derail you. You'll be able to get over it and come out stronger. So please, if you like this video, I would appreciate you if you can share the video. Please comment and let me know what you think about the video. And as always, subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and catch you next time.